Hey guys, before the video begins, I'd like you to know that I have a Twitter account over at @carthusdojo. Go ahead, follow me, tweet at me, and I'll reply to anything you send my way. Now, video intro. Hello and welcome to another episode of Everything Important. This is the series where I tell you what important things happened in the latest episode of Dragon Ball Super. This week is episode 118, so let's jump into it. The episode begins with Goku fighting the three remaining members of Universe 2. Despite being weaker than ever, he's holding up very well, and is even able to go blue for short bursts to keep them off him. I'm not sure why he isn't using regular Super Saiyan, but perhaps it's something to do with God Ki? Honestly, I think it's just a plot hole, but it does serve to establish that Goku isn't entirely out of it yet. The Namekians power up in such a drastic way that they appear entirely different from before. As Piccolo faces them, he realizes that they must have done mass Namekian fusion before entering the tournament, which they confess to. Other than being mostly right about this, I'm happy to see this mechanic used. It makes sense that if a universe is in danger, the Namekians competing to save it would absorb all the volunteers of their people. When we see all the Namekians absorbed on screen, we can see that even children volunteered. This really adds emotional weight to the tournament and solidifies that Namekian fusion, even in mass, is a great way to power oneself up. The remaining three members of Universe 2 transform by the power of love. Interestingly, these are the same forms that the maidens got when they changed. Despite this being ridiculously funny, it also shows that the love forms are not race exclusive, rather they are powered by the amount of love you have from others and the correct incantation being said. Later during the fight, Piccolo gets knocked out by one of Purina's attacks. This results in him losing faith due to the extent of their resolve. However, that's not all that happens. When Piccolo opens his eyes, he can see Kami and Nail standing next to him, and realizes he's done the same thing in order to save his comrades and planet as well. Besides the chills I got seeing Kami and Nail again, this also makes me wonder whether or not they have more consciousness inside him than we formerly believed, or if this is simply an illusion created in his weary state. It's more likely the latter, but it's a very interesting scene nevertheless, and it's the first time we've seen Nail and Kami since they fused with Piccolo. The Universe 2 warriors have more surprises in store. They release an ultimate attack that even the maidens couldn't create. This technique is called the Pretty Black Hole, and despite its name, it may not be a black hole, based on how it interacts with the arena anyway. But might be a black hole because light apparently can't escape from it. For the sake of lowballing, let's say it's not actually a black hole. Don't let that fool you though. This black hole attack has massive gravity. Goku says that it's heavier than the gravity room, meaning it's at least greater than 500 times Earth's gravity. And don't forget, Goku is feeling 10 times Earth's gravity already because of the Grand Priest's gravity rules for the tournament. It's actually possible that this is 5,000 times Earth's gravity due to the 10 times gravity Goku's already feeling and the fact that instant transmission doesn't work either. But for the sake of lowballing, an impressive greater than 500 times should suffice. More impressive is that base fatigue Goku stands up easily and when in blue seems entirely unhindered by this. If we could get confirmation about the force of gravity here, we may have an immense feat for Goku. Also, for just an instant, Goku uses Kaioken, and in that moment, he's completely able to shatter the Pretty Black Hole. Gohan launches a Kamehameha at Purina and Salanel in his ultimate form without holding back. Despite this, Purina is able to get into an even beam struggle with him, and even Salanel, who was absorbed by the blast, manages to break out of it and attack Gohan. This should put both of the Universe 6 Namekians at Ultimate Gohan level, give or take. That's pretty insane given how well Gohan did against Super Saiyan Blue Goku. After Goku breaks the Pretty Black Hole, Frieza seems surprised that Goku didn't turn into his Ultra Instinct form. Even Whis notices this, and he believes that Goku is becoming acclimated to the extreme conditions of the tournament. This means that the stimuli required to cause Goku to transform into Ultra Instinct must be greater threats and powers than they've seen so far. This may mean that we won't see Ultra Instinct Goku for a while. Perhaps this will allow other characters to shine. After an intense father-son Kamehameha with a stepdad Makanko Sappo thrown in for good measure, we find that both Universe 2 and Universe 6 are out of warriors and are slated to be erased. That's crazy, considering Universe 2 is watching the tournament happen. Also, this is goodbye to Champa, Kaba, Hit, and the rest of Universe 6, which really hit me hard. Champa's exit was perfectly in character and actually seemed like a way for him to make sure Beerus didn't get too emotional. Very well written in my opinion. After seeing Universe 6 erased, Vegeta isn't pleased at all. With this rage fueling him, and the sake of his own family on the line, it's possible we'll see a rage boost, or perhaps something more coming soon. Could be anything really, but I hope these emotions don't disappear when a different writer takes over in the next couple of weeks. Finally, we get a timestamp. 13 minutes remaining in the Tournament of Power. Only 2 more episodes till we're supposed to hit single digits. Hopefully, that is. But that's it! Everything important in episode 118. Now, as I do every week, it's time for my ramblings and review. I like the episode. I don't think there's much I have to say. It had emotional stakes. It had humor. It had just great action. It was a really good episode. It delivered on all fronts, and I think despite its flaws in the first half of the episode where we had a lot of repurposed animation, which was hard for probably the normal fan to tell because there was less Ribrianne and co in that, as opposed to, because you can reuse animation without having it be the same person, by the way. They did it with Gohan fighting earlier on in 2 with Sanel and Pirina, and they just replaced who he was fighting with. I believe they replaced the Obani scene. They replaced Obani with Sanel. And in this, they replaced Ribrianne with the 3, other people who took over the Maiden's power. I don't remember everyone's name in this tournament. I'm sure you guys have probably noticed I choose to use, nicknames for people. And that's because it just makes it easier than remembering 80 names, or 70 new ones. So, I really did enjoy this episode. The best scene of it for me was when Piccolo's laying on the ground, sees Kami, and then Kami and Nail, and Kami, points at Gohan to see, look, this is what he's doing for you. Because, the mouth beam that leads into Piccolo, screaming in yellow flashes is directly taken out of the Saiyan saga when he dies to protect Gohan, and actually, this time, it was actually reversed. Even though we saw that scene happen, it's actually Gohan protecting Piccolo that ends up saving him. It was pretty amazing. It was really well written, well directed, and well animated in the second half when the new animation came into play. So yeah, I don't think I have much to say about this episode because it was so good. Vegeta's rage boost could be anything. I mean, it could lead to something probably, but I'm hoping it does, obviously, but it might not because of how the Vegeta dialogue just sort of changed after the 1 hour special, where he seemed so confident and stuff for the next few episodes, and then all of a sudden that just changed out. It's very, very, very likely he'll get something, because they like to sell merchandise over at Toei. But I'm not sure what. It might not be UI. It might be something else, and that would be what I prefer. But they're pointing towards UI a lot, so is it going to be the attacking UI, like I said? This is one of those things where I'm unsure of actually what's going to happen because of how inconsistent the writing's been on this front. The writing's been pretty good this arc, I'm not going to lie. It had some good peaks, but the issues with the writing still come from the fact that there are multiple writers that don't seem to read the script right before theirs. And if they don't read the script right before theirs, they have no idea where the characters left off, and then it feels like they're two different characters between two episodes. It does come down to the fact that Toriyama isn't directly writing the whole series and is instead, writing summaries for arcs and then leaving people to their own devices for episodes, and Toei, leaving their writers. Not to say that their writers aren't good. They have very good writers. And some of them very much so understand the characters. And that's why you get episodes like, the Master Roshi episode. You get episodes like the Vegeta Kaba episode. And then you get episodes like, Vegeta, like, after Goku transforms for the first time. And it's like, wait, what? Huh? He's supposed to be angry about that. Why is he not angry? Why is he just, like, curious? I don't understand. And then all of a sudden he's angry the second time it happens. Oh, okay, big deal now. Now it's a big deal because he did it twice. So now it's proven that he could do it. It's just a BS. Interestingly, the Universe 2 Warriors, I thought were very funny this time around. I thought having them transform the same way, the same outfits, everything was hysterical. Seeing that Tuffle guy, who we never really got much about of being a Tuffle and stuff like that, was very interesting. They were all very funny. I mean, honestly, when they transformed, I wasn't expecting it, and I just started laughing. It was really well done, I thought. Also, Universe 2 is cocky as hell because they decided, oh yeah, we're just gonna live stream this to our universe because we're that confident. That was pathetic. It's so crazy. So yeah, the overall episode was actually amazing. It's definitely top 5 for the arc, I think. I'd have to rewatch the arc to make sure of that, but I'm pretty sure it's top 5 of the arc right now. Probably top 10 of Super, I think. I can't think of many episodes that felt better than this, watching it. And I don't think repurposed animation, as much as it may kill it for someone like Anime AJ, it doesn't kill it for me. And especially when the repurposed animation is redrawn impartial. I don't mind keeping the movement the same if you're just redrawing partial parts of it to make sure it's a new character. That's fine. You're still putting effort in. Movements should look similar. It's okay. I don't mind that. So yeah, I just thought the episode was overall great, honestly, one of the best. So yeah, I overall thought that this episode was great, one of the best. But what do you guys think? Leave your opinions and counterpoint. But what do you guys think? Leave your opinions and counterpoints in the comments down below, and subscribe if you want more Dragon Ball videos. But for now, video outro!